Welcome back to Album Review. We're doing Zach's pick this week.
This is one of the best albums ever fucking created. I want to put it out there right away.
Okay. This is Linkin Park's debut album, Hybrid Theory.
Yes.
So do you have any context you want to give behind it, Zach, since you picked?
This is their first album.
This is their first.
There was singles released before the album.
Yeah.
I remember. I'm pretty sure.
I think One Step
Closer was the original first single.
I think In the End was one of the...
That was actually
Singles.
the fourth single.
Yeah. I knew it was
that
one of the
until
singles.
after the album.
Yeah,
This
those
was a
all
single.
came out after the album.
But this album came out to very positive reviews.
Insane.
People really fucking
In fact,
loved it.
I looked it up beforehand. This is still, to this day, the best-selling rock album of the 21st century.
Wow. It was the only thing that was above it at the time was Appetite for Destruction,
Yeah.
which had the title Forever, until this album came out and fucking blew Appetite for Destruction out of the water.
Mm-hmm. Like, this went insane.
Alright, so this band, they're from Cali,
Yeah.
and has one of my favorite singers of all time, Chester Bennington, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Also, it kind of sucks when he died because I was about to buy tickets for a fucking concert to go in Camden,
Yeah.
and then he fucking
Yeah.
died. I got the news. I was like, God damn it!
Yeah.
I started to tear up and shit.
We've all been listening, well, at least, how long have you been listening to
I've been listening to Linkin Park forever.
Okay,
My
so
mom
we've
is
all been
my
listening to
mom is a
Linkin
Linkin
Park.
Park fan.
This is
Yeah.
the first
That's how
band
I
ever
learned about
listened
Linkin
to.
Park. Is because
I learned about it through
obsessed with
Jake.
Linkin
I got
Park.
into it a little later than you two,
Oh no, I grew up with this
but
band.
I still got into it when I was in, like,
especially this
middle
album.
school. I was still, like, 10 years old when I first listened to this album. Or at least, like, the hit songs, like, In the End and One Step Closer. One Step Closer was in Rock Band, too, so that also
Yeah.
was, like, another gateway for me to start discovering Linkin Park songs.
Dude, this band is... It's hard to go nostalgia with this one, but that's not changing what my score is going to be.
Yeah,
because of nostalgia.
I'll say some stuff about the band
If I can
towards
go,
the end.
if I can go higher,
Then what's limited, you might?
yes, easily.
Okay. I'll say one more thing before we get started, and it's about the name of the album itself, which Jake probably knows this story, but I don't know if Zach does. Do you know why it's called Hybrid Theory?
Why?
Because that was Linkin Park's original name. They were
Yes,
originally
yes.
called Hybrid Theory. This was supposed to be a self-titled album,
Yes,
but I think there was
do-
like a legal
do remember
dispute, so
hearing
they
that.
had to change it to Linkin Park. And they decided to name the album after that original name. But let's get started. Paper Cut. Fucking love that song.
This song is so fucking good.
It's
It's
so good.
It's a good intro. It really shows how they kind of perfectly figured out the mixture of rap and rock.
Rap
Yeah,
and like the heavy style that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is, I'm gonna just say it off the bat, I think this is when nu metal peaked.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
was the album when it finally, they perfected that sound, and after that it would
So
just start
good.
to taper down.
Yeah.
Because like Korn and Slipknot, like their albums were great.
Even better.
They're great and all, but they were still trying to
Hybrid
discover
Theory,
that.
even better.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But they were still trying to discover the nu metal sound because it was still a new thing. Sure, there was a bunch of other bands out at the time doing it, but like
The Biscuit.
well, not Limp Bizkit, but like
well, pretty
then
much.
these guys came out.
Yeah, Linkin Park pretty much did what Limp Bizkit tried to do and just went, let's perfect it.
Yeah, because this is also a diamond record. This has sold like millions of copies.
It didn't make platinum. It came close to platinum.
No, it's diamond.
It's
It's
diamond.
beyond
Oh.
platinum.
It's
Oh.
diamond.
Oh.
It has
wow.
like 13 million
It's like
U.S.
14.
sales.
I don't know the levels of that.
Yeah.
I just know platinum was one of the highest.
Platinum's 1 million sales, and diamond's 10 million sales.
Wow.
And that's just in the U.S. Worldwide,
Worldwide.
this sold even more.
These guys were huge worldwide.
Mm-hmm. But let's go to the next song.
One Step Closer. This doesn't have any of the rap, but this one literally is.
This is just
This
Chester.
just-
it's showing off.
It's
Yeah.
just.
It's literally just him. A lot of this
It's showing
album,
his range.
Mm-hmm.
a lot of this album I feel is just them proving that they're fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like really a lot of just like really impressive technical shit.
Yeah.
Like
And like, you probably heard it, being a Linkin Park fan, you probably heard people, oh, Linkin Park sucks. they have never listened to Linkin Park a day in their life. You know, that's why they say it.
They're
sucks.
all incredibly
I'll
talented.
say some stuff about that at the end. But
Yes,
I'll
but
say
still.
Linkin Park had an amazing start. One of the best starts a band has probably ever had in their genre.
They pretty much ran new metal for a while.
One Step Closer is an amazing song. That's one of the first ones I ever heard by them. It was that, Numb, and another song which we'll get to later, which you've probably all heard. But we'll get to that one when we get to
The
it.
next one is With You, and this one's
With You's
good. This
great.
one's a little slower, but it's
Mhm.
still it's almost it's literally again Chester just going, I'm doing what I can do,
Mm-hmm.
and
Chester
just showing
really
off.
does.
And they're really pouring their like hearts and souls into it.
Because it starts off slow and then it like builds up and he just by the end he's just ripping.
Yeah, because this album touches on like some harsh material too, like
And it's a lot of
depression and
like-
stuff.
Relationship struggles,
Yeah.
depression.
Especially with his parents, because I
Yeah.
heard they got divorced like while he was young or something. So that can definitely affect a child.
The next one, I completely forgot about this one, how good it was.
Me too.
Because I pretty much grew up. Well, I heard this so many times, but completely forgot about it because the one they do with Jay-Z.
Oh yeah, we'll
99
talk about the Jay-Z remix.
Points of
at the end,
Authority.
too. Points of Authority is really
It's
good.
so
too.
good.
What do you
I
think
like
of that
Points
one?
of Authority. I think I like this version more than the Jay-Z version.
I say that.
Dude, I think they're about equal for me. They're really fucking good.
Yeah, the
but
one with
this
Jay-Z,
is-
it mixes some good songs in there too.
that's also 2 Linkin Park songs and 1 Jay-Z song mixed in.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it at the end.
Yeah, we'll talk
when we
about all
do
of
it,
them at the end.
because
There's a few in this.
there's
album.
a clip of when Jay-Z actually first heard Chester do a scream, and he was like, "The fuck, that just came out of him?"
Mhm.
Like mid concert after he's done rapping, and Chester lets out the one of the screams, and Jay-Z like stepped back and was like, "Holy shit!"
Mhm.
The next one is Crawling.
Crawling is a
one
great one.
Oh my
Probably
god,
one of my
it's so
favorite tracks
hard.
on the
It's
album.
so
Yeah.
hard to pick a good song.
It's hard
off
to
this
pick
album.
favorites on this album.
Probably one.
Crawling's
of
one of my
songs on the album.
favorites. Paper Cut.
It seems like such a, I don't know. It seems like such a genuine song. Like he wrote it from
Mm-hmm.
a genuine place. And it kind of sucks too because this song has also been dragged through meme culture now,
Yeah.
and it's tainted a little bit. But I still really, really enjoy it for
Mhm.
what it is. It's still really a fantastic song.
Okay.
And
Push
this
Me
is
Away is the
probably
last
one
one.
of the most impressive like songs Chester's ever made, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Like just the vocal
Well, for-
chops that he proves
for
on
this?
this song in particular, just this song in particular.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Chester, like this is some of his best work right here.
Yeah.
Like,
His
ever.
range is
It's fucking
Stupid.
The
nuts.
range is insane, like, and it's all over the place in this album.
bro. If
in
I could
such a
bring
good
back
way.
any fucking musician that passed, he's one of the ones that I would bring back.
Yeah.
I would bring him back in a heartbeat.
What's next?
Runaway.
Runaway is another great one, but I like Runaway. That's actually, fun fact, one of the first songs I used when we started doing the music intros for the podcast, where I put like the 5 seconds of music at the beginning. Runaway is like one of the first songs I did that for.
It's got a good intro too.
Yeah, it's such
not
a
too
great-
long and it's not too short, and it just
Yeah, and it kicks off.
it ties in perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And that one's another one, just shows his fucking skill.
Mm-hmm.
By Myself, this one had
I
this
like
one
By Myself.
this one also has a little bit of M. Shinoda's skill into it too.
Yeah.
But it again mostly Chester. Chester just
A lot
takes
of
it
this-
and runs.
Shinoda is a pretty talented rapper. He's got some really good verses on a lot of these songs.
Yeah.
Throughout Linkin Park.
Yeah.
He has.
He's not one of the greatest rappers in the world. I
No,
would not put
by a
him
long shot.
compared to anything. But for the type of music that Linkin Park
New metal.
He
He works
works
perfectly in this
perfectly in
context.
this
Yeah,
context.
If you threw him
Yeah.
under like a rap beat or something, you're not gonna get anything
No.
good out of it. Like,
and
See,
I'm
even
pretty
his-
sure he also went on to go make Fort Minor.
Yeah, Fort
later.
Minor, that had a
And
little
Fort
bit of a
Minor
rap
was
beat.
great.
That had a little bit of a rap beat
Fort
too,
Minor
but it
was
was
when
still
he really
mostly
pushed
the,
into the rap.
Yeah.
Because he tried to separate it from like.
but it still has the aspects of new metal because
Yeah.
Coming from Linkin Park, he's not gonna.
That's what he's used to. So
He's not gonna just be like, oh yeah, let's put like a hood rap beat over what I know how to.
Yeah. What's next?
My favorite song of all time.
Yeah.
In the end.
In the end, it's the
literally
most popular song by them.
It is the Linkin Park song.
When you think of Linkin Park, like the average person, this is the first thing you think of.
Another one. It's also one of those things that's just been dragged through meme culture.
It has.
Yeah.
And it also. That's not a bad thing, though.
Yeah,
the music
Not a bad
video
thing at
has
all.
been dragged through memes bad.
Yeah.
Like, everybody knows in the end. Everybody's heard in the end. Everybody's heard 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Everybody likes it. Most people, I'd say. But
Like this is one of the songs I know every single fucking word to. It's
Yeah.
like Knock
Yeah.
Knock from last week. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, just know every
I know
single
all the
word.
words.
Yeah.
And you can, if you listen to it a lot, you can literally rap it. It's not fast rap, but it's still, you can rap it and then,
He goes at
Kinda
such a
do
pace
fucking-
that everybody can keep up.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's same with Bleed It Out. They do it with Bleed It Out. That's a
Mhm.
little faster, but different album.
Yeah.
Still a great album.
Oh yeah. We'll
Fuck.
talk about that at the end.
Place for My Head.
Place for My Head, I like this song a lot, but this is probably my least favorite track.
Yeah, I would also say it's probably my least favorite track. I do like it.
like it.
I do enjoy some part. I don't know, the bridge where he kind of sounds like Jonathan Davis to me, like where he's like, "You try and get the best of me, go away." I don't know, like
No, but that builds into literally the whole, that it builds into his what he does.
yeah, but I think that part was great. But I don't know, and also it's probably one of the least memorable ones to me. But I still don't mind it. Like it's not a bad song. at
No,
all.
this one.
There's no bad song on this album. I'll
This
say
one's
that.
not one of the least memorable for me. Because this one, I haven't listened to this album in so long.
Mhm.
And one day, like Spotify was recommending stuff, and this one popped up, and I was like, "Wait, oh shit! I remember this fucking
Yeah.
song. Holy shit!"
But the next track, I really like this one.
Forgotten.
I like Forgotten a lot.
Wait, what's? Yeah, because I did the deluxe version. The
Oh yeah,
bonus
you
edition
accidentally
by-
listen to everything.
Yeah, so that it ends on "Push Me Away."
Yeah, but I like Forgotten. Something about that song I just really like.
I like Forgotten as well.
I love
Yes.
how it starts. It just gets right into it, which is different from most of the other songs on this album. Usually have a build up. This one just starts. Alright, what's
Cure for the Itch.
this is like kind of the instrumental track. I really like this
This
track.
one. This
It's a
one
lot
was
of
like-
DJ work.
Yeah,
it's
a lot of
DJ work and instrumental.
A lot
There's
of
barely any
guitar- yeah.
singing or
There's
rapping.
not a lot of singer rapping.
Yeah, well, ain't really.
The intro to the song is very weird.
It
Yeah.
is. But
Mr. Ha.
this is
Yeah.
also this one's also it's a good spot in the album where they put this
Mm-hmm.
because it ties in to the fucking final one, Pushing Me Away, and that one just fucking
Push Me Away is
skyrockets
one of
again.
my favorite songs on the
Yeah.
album.
It's hard to pick.
I love that song on
this album. It's so good. I love it.
And this song is kind of said as it's like a precursor to Numb, which
Yes.
yeah, it is. Because I've heard them say before that like this is a song that they wanted to make Numb, but Numb they had better ideas for.
They have better ideas.
Because Numb
for
is
Numb.
the second most popular Linkin Park song.
Oh, they also said that for the newest one, Lost.
Yeah,
That was supposed to be Numb off Meteora, but they
they were always like,
already had Meteor. They already had Numb
yeah,
pretty much figured out, and if they put Lost in there, it would have took like some of the hype away from Numb. They wanted Numb
Yeah.
to be the top song.
yeah. I guess I'll start with final thoughts real quick because I got a few things to say about Linkin Park. Because I've listened to all their albums.
Yeah, I've also heard every Linkin Park album.
Yes, and
I'll
Mike got closer to his death. It started going down.
Yeah, I'll say this album, their best one.
I remember-
Easily their best one.
I remember I did agree with you that they got worse, but there are Linkin Park songs on later albums that I actually do like.
Oh, me
The one, like Light Never Comes or something with Steve Aoki, I think it is. That one's actually not
Yeah,
bad. That's pretty good.
But as I was gonna say, their second album also a fantastic album, but for another day. But like anything after like Minutes to Midnight, it just starts. The quality starts dipping, like pretty badly. Like
Well,
that
also-
last album, well, I could not.
So
I
after
could
Minutes to
not.
Midnight, they kept trying to go with and
They were like, here's the thing.
They
I love Linkin
tried
Park.
to mix it back and forth between
Yeah,
the
but I got
old
something.
school stuff they had and newer
Yeah,
stuff, like
but
throwing techno.
Here's
and
what
shit
I'll
in
say. I love Linkin Park, but in the latter half of their career, they were really clout chasing, and they were
Yeah.
going into styles that weren't for them. They abandoned their true fans, but like, I still love these first two albums, and I'm still not going to give shit to Chester because I know people like to clown on him a bit. But
No, I
like,
never clowned on him.
well,
Yeah,
not you
he's
guys, but
so
like,
fucking-
there's groups of people who do not care for him at all. But like, it's because of those latter albums. This is where his peak was, and
Those-
that's all I really have
Yeah,
to
those
say.
later albums though, you still get his fucking range.
I still enjoyed some of those.
Like, I
albums.
enjoy-
Well, yeah,
They're
no,
not
like
the
there's still
best.
good songs on there. It's just you get less and less of it as time goes on.
I know
That's
you
all I
guys
gotta
didn't
say.
listen. You didn't listen to the bonus one, but I listened to the bonus one.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 2 songs that are on there that ain't on the original, and then plus a live version of Paper Cut.
Yeah.
But My December, you probably heard about that one. That's
Yeah.
one of their slower ones, and that one also, it's not heavy, so you don't get the scream Chester does, but it's more his clean singing
Mm-hmm.
that you actually are able to really hear and how he shows that off. And then High Voltage is pretty much all M. Shinoda. That's all it's all him.
Okay.
With the instrumental in the background and little DJ work, but it's mostly him with a little fade in the back of Chester's screaming like the verses. But he's like very like faded in the back.
Final
So my
thoughts.
final
anyone
thoughts
else?
of this.
This
This
my
is
final thought.
my favorite band, and it always alternates between these guys and Metallica. But
We've already talked about
because
Metallica a few times, so
this band is what started me into music, into the metal rock
Yeah,
stuff.
this is like your start.
This is the first band I ever listened to. Everything. I like it. Just this
Mhm.
album, the songs, the fucking like even like for Lost and Fighting Myself, the what stuff that would have been on Meteora was the first time ever hearing when those dropped. The first time ever hearing Chester's voice since he passed was fucking like holy shit. Wish he was still alive, man.
Yeah. Final thoughts, Zach, before we go?
I love this album.
Oh yeah.
I think that it's it's definitely one of the greatest albums of its time.
Yeah.
Especially at the time it was at that early 2000s.
Competing with like Limp Bizkit and Korn and fucking Cold Chamber and all these like
Eminem coming right around the
Eminem.
corner.
Like there was a
Yeah.
lot for this album to compete with,
And
and it still shines.
it still
super
shines
hard.
way more than all of them.
Slipknot, too.
A lot of
It's
these
Slipknot,
songs are still very, very popular to this day. Iota really put a lot of hard work into some of the verses on the raps. Chester is one of the most talented people on the entire album and in the entire
We got
project.
Midnight.
He's
That one really proves his fucking
it
His
definitely really
talent
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Score?
I give. You want to go ahead and give the?
Oh,
first-
no.
You picked
Oh,
it.
I
so-
picked it. Yeah, you're right.
So before you go,
Uh-huh.
fuck, I just forgot what- no, never mind. So for this, even like, it proves his range, and I don't think there was any new metal bands that even got to platinum around this time, right?
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit, that was it.
And I think
But they're
think
one of the only
Korn,
ones
too.
that got to.
they're
Diamond.
like they break like the new metal like subgenre. These guys are just straight up mainstream,
Yeah.
but in the best way possible.
They perfected it.
Yeah.
All right, Zach, what's your score?
Then we give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Excellent. I'm also giving it a 9 out of 10.
9? You guys are fucking crap.
The only thing I don't really care for is A Place for My Head. That's
it.
the only thing.
Yeah, and
It's-
I'm not a big fan of Itch. I'm gonna
I
be fair.
like it.
I think it had some good DJ work and it's instrumental. It's one of my least favorite tracks.
I get it.
Like,
I expect that to be like, but it's one of my lesser favorites, but it's still like, I
What's the
still
lesser?
really, yeah. He's in New York, so I think we already know what you're gonna give it.
Oh yeah, this is a 10 easily.
Success!
I'm gonna go above it. I'm gonna go above a fucking 10. I'm gonna put like this at like a fucking 12 or something. This is my favorite album. I love this shit.
Hell yeah.
It's also nostalgia. It's fucking what I grew up to. This is what put me into the fucking metal style listening.
Mhm.
And this pretty much branched off to other bands that I listened to,
Yeah.
like all the new metal, like Slipknot, Korn, fuck Limp Bizkit. Fucking even it also like put me into Godsmack, Static X, System of a Down. But then also listen to Metallica, also tied into all those too, and all like the big four. This is what started it. This I love this fucking album.
So
What are we listening to next week?
it was either gonna be something that I picked or Lid picked. I'm gonna save the Lid pick for next time.
Why is that a ship off?
No, well,
Wow.
it depends. I'm not gonna say anything.
Do
But
not pick Nickelback.
It's not a ship. No, why would I do that?
I don't know.
But
You're a fucking idiot.
oh hey, I'm picking the album.
Oh, between what?
I'm just picking.
Oh, you
Are we doing the wheel or no?
No.
Okay,
We're
you-
doing Kansas's self-titled debut album.
Ooh.
Alright, that's fine.
Kansas's album.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just
That's
called
the one with like
Kansas.
dust in the wind and all those. Right?
No, that's a
Wait,
different
what
one.
has
Oh, that's
what's
a
on
different
that one?
That's Point of No Return. No, it's Dust in the Wind or something. Point of No Return.
What
Point
has
of no return.
What's
This
on
you
the
probably
soft
won't
part?
know any of the songs off this one because they're not super mainstream, but I think you guys will like it. It's a prog rock album with a lot of cool violin work.